So I got this General Motors presents Keat 50s car. I have no idea what kind of car that is. It looks like a Hudson, but I don't know if General Motors made a Hudson. But that's what it kind of reminds me of. I got this because JoJo's birthday is in the 1955 and the 45. This is a 54 cab, GMC 1954, it says right there. And I got this because of our anniversary yesterday. And I get stuff that's in her age group, and plus not just so it benefits me, because I collect stuff that's in the 1955 air cars and 1962 for me when I was born. But what I forgot to show you on this was there's a picture of Jack the doggy right there. And I guess this is the front, actually. And what I'm doing, you see some glue on those wheels. Let me take this out. Let me go ahead and open this. There's the open product right there. And what I'm going to do, I glued the couplers already with this JB Weld cement. It's fast drying, and what I did was, I'll get to that in a moment. I already glued the couplers because these are prone to uncouple when you're running them. And I glued the wheel. I didn't glue this one, but I glued this one, these wheels, and I did that for a reason, so I could take that screw out of there. And I'm going to test fit it to see if it fits in one of the other trucks I got. And so the screw won't be so big, as I'm just using the screws I had, and it works okay. But I don't, I want to make it look right too, so I'm going to take that screw out of there. I already glued I'm not going to take this truck off the car and run it, I'm going to leave it on a flat car, You could if you really wanted to, like the other cars and trucks. I don't want to. I want to put them on the flat car and build a flat car train with all these 1955 trucks. And I plan on going to a train show with a friend of mine and running. There's the video I did of Bruce Springsteen, yeah, with Born in the USA, but I can't play the music on there. And plus I wanted to do an update video. JoJo, they're finding out now that her kidney, her creatinine level is starting to go down. It's because of all the medicine she's taken to kick the pneumonia. And sometimes it fights against other parts of her body. So she'll be in the hospital for at least a couple more days. Her breathing's doing better, but just her talking's not that great. And so I'm going to do another video here in a minute with me testing out this screw with one of the other cars I got in there. So I'll be right back. I'm back. I got my screwdrivers set. So I'm going to take this out of here, because I'm going to use this as a sampling. Then the truck should stay on because I got them all glued up anyway, so they ain't going to go nowhere. I'm doing this because this is going to be already the right size screw I need. I just go to Menards and get a whole bunch of these. I like 20, I don't need a whole bunch. So that's the size I need. I think. I don't know for sure yet. Don't quote me on this. I'm just testing it. I got a theory, and maybe that's the theory. That's the size screw I might need, but I don't know. So I'm going to use this one and the screw. You guys know what screw I'm going for, you know, to put on the car. I think I've done a video on it. So I'm going to take this screw out and see if that screw is the same size. Then I'll know what screw I need to get, you know what I mean? I'm going to hang on to that screw. And see if this one fits in here. And if it does, this is the size screw I need to get to mount these onto the, and just like that, it fits in there. So this is a screw that I need to get that won't break, break this I mean, the big one works too. You know, we use what I got kind of thing, but to make it, I mean, I could, but yeah, this came out of this, so that tells me this is the size screw that this is right here, this little bitty one. Let me put this up here. That won't break the plastic. That's what I'm trying to keep from doing, is breaking the plastic and it bowing down on the car like the other ones are. I just want to make it look better, you know. But I didn't go too far on the other ones. The first one I went down on it, but had to let it up because it was breaking. But I mean, it's not going to go nowhere. But if I want to do it right, it has to be this screw here instead, you know. That's what I'm saying. So I'm going to keep that screw for now. And it's not, it doesn't have to be that long. That's like, it went from the bottom of this. Now, let me show you. This stuff's still sticky, so I gotta, so basically, if I can do that right and show you, that's the bottom of that. Probably a 1/2 inch, I would say. There you go. Can you see all that? I'm in the sun, so you can see that. And trying to mangle it. There you go. There's the bottom of the truck. So it's like, I can measure that. And it's not very big. So it's like a 1/2 inch. And since that's a Menard's, I just dropped it. Can make your screw. There you are. Ooh, what's this? Piece of candy. Skittles. Oh, man. So I want to talk about Ivana. She just got a call from her the respiratory doctor went in to see her. I gotta make sure I get this right, you know, so y'all know what's going on. She's gonna be in there for a couple more days, probably till next week. And she'll be in there Monday. She'll be in there 2 weeks. She's been in there a week and Monday, week and a half, about a week and a half. Don't want to get too technical mumble jumble on it. And she did freak out over something that she didn't even have. She Googled it. It was aspirated ammonia. The doctor told her, they was just ruling it out, is all they was doing, basically, to make sure she didn't have it. She took it the wrong way, and she freaked out. She Googled it on Google, and she just freaked herself out is all. You know, she didn't have it. They told her if she was talking, she didn't have it. So she Googled the symptoms out. And sometimes Googling and doing research on YouTube, it can just mess you up, period. And she freaked herself out, got all frantic-y. I mean, she'll admit she did it. But the doctor came in about a little bit after that, and they just tried to encourage her and said if you was talking, you wouldn't have it. That's the end of that story. So she didn't have that. And sometimes when you're in the hospital, all kinds of stuff goes through your mind. And that's one of the things that went through her mind. And she didn't have it. She doesn't have it. So that's a good thing, you know. She doesn't have to worry about it. I just left that out because I'm gonna take it out anyway. There's Duck the Doggy on a wire. Whoa, too much glare on that. Let me. Still, there we go. Y'all seen it anyway out of the packet box. And that's what it looks like out of the box. That's a reflection because I'm in the front room. And let me do this, do the light, and they'll cut out the glare. That's this truck. The only one I need is this dump truck to complete these 6. So these 6 of these right here, that's the only one I need. It's a different size too. It's smaller. So maybe I could get 2 of these dump trucks and put 2 of them on a truck, flat car. I doubt it, but you know, who knows? No, you never know. But so I'm gonna turn off this light. So yeah, she's gonna be the respiratory doctor. Going back to that, I got sidetracked a little bit. So the respiratory doctor told her that her fluids are starting to go down, and she's starting to be in better shape on her respiratory. She sounds good, you know, except for her talking. And when you talk, she talks, and her voice gets, you know, that's part of it, what she went through. And I gave her some Mucinex cough drops to help her coughing. It helps me. And I never could find those fisherman cough drops, Chris. But, you know, maybe they're in the bigger Walmarts, so maybe I'll check on that, you know, later on. They might be. You can comment on here whenever you find them. Maybe they're online or something, I don't know. But the Mucinex ones were $5, and I went to the neighborhood Walmart to try to find them, and I couldn't find the fisherman. Fisherman cough drops, Chris Odom says, is really good cough drops, I guess. And yeah, so you normally just buy the cheapy stuff, you know. But you know, he said the fisherman was good. So she'll be in there for a few more days, and everything. So that's what I did today. I'm gonna put this on the train, on my layout train, and I don't know if I covered this. I plan on doing some train shows in March with an 8-foot by 4-foot layout. They got one coming up in March. Me and their friends. So I'll be doing some videos on that. I talked to a Pacific and Eastern train club here in Indianapolis. Then they have a big layout, and they're going to the Great American Train Show. So I want to get involved in doing some train shows. I said, Well, all you have to do to join the club is buy a shirt. That's all you have to do. Then he was asking me, well, can you help me do this? Yeah, I can help you. They have their modules where I can help them set some stuff up. And I mean, I'm not that helpless. I'm just slow at doing stuff, walking. But their layout, their modules are they break them down on wheels and you can pull them in. So there's not that much labor involved in it. They just have a lot of pieces. So they'll be going to the um, Great American Train Show, and it's coming in February. For Paul, I'll be there. I'm gonna help him set up and have some fun, you know. I mean, I don't want to walk around, but I probably will anyway. I can't buy nothing, you know. Yeah, right, buy nothing. Doesn't hurt to look around, but I like to look around at the layouts. So I don't know if you have to probably have to pay for parking, Paul, and stuff like that. So, Paul, if you want to go to that Great American Train Show, that club would look for volunteers if you want to help set up and stuff and be a part of something big. And they're going to put their whole layout. I never have seen them use their whole layout. But yeah, that'll be something different. I'll be doing videos out there in February for it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. And Paul, if you want to go, just text me. It costs like $10 to park your car at the state fair. Yeah, right. Plus, I don't know if you have to charge. They'll do admissions or whatever. It might be free, but that don't matter. So let me know, Paul, and I'll sneak you in if maybe. I don't know. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm on that issue. Look at that. That fifth wheel rope goes up and down. It usually would stay that way. Huh. That's a cool looking truck. Red, white, and blue. That's also for America's 250th birthday. That's probably why they did this like that, maybe. They'll probably be doing a special car for that celebration in July. On July 4th, that's our Independence birthday. It's also my dad's birthday too, and this one didn't get all the way. There you go. You got glue on you, so you're not gonna go nowhere, Buster Brown. I gotta make sure. I already glued these so they wouldn't come undone. That was when it was moving. I just gotta make sure they're glued in the right place so they won't come, so I can move them. So this concludes this video. I know it's a long video, but I wanted to do a video on this, and on the gluing screw. Talk about JoJo for a little bit. She wants to come home, and she's in, actually she's probably, I want to see if I can get her out of the room and just take her to the window, see if they'll allow her to do that, and not go too far from her room, and get her out of her room, because she's going stir crazy, I think, being in the same room every day for a week and a half. Yeah, you'd go stir crazy. All she does is sleep. But that's what she feels like when your kidneys are acting up. You just want to sleep. That's what happened to her years ago. She just wanted to sleep and stuff. So we appreciate your prayers. We're thankful for your prayers. Brian Young on his live stream, I requested prayer for her and told him what was going on, and I just want to say thanks to YouTube friends, Mini Cactus's channel, and the thought car community. It's nice to have friends on YouTube where you can say, hey, I need prayer, can you pray for me? And you know, they're going to Chris Odom's a good friend of mine. I might call him later on. I said, hey, you can call me Ernest. Ernest call once he calls me every now and then. But everybody needs prayers, you know. We're going through something. Whether it's I ain't gonna say too much. Ernest knows what he's going through. I know what he's going through, and you all don't know. You need to know, and I don't want to tell you. But he's going through some stuff, so you can remember him in prayer too. God knows what he's going through. And everyone's going through something, one way or the other, you know, and stuff like that. But we'll make it out of it. We will. God will help us and everything. And I just want to say thank you. And I said, you know, thank you for the nursing staff. I also want to say thanks to my YouTube channel friends and family. And I like to do fun videos, y'all know that. And I like to have support. Everyone needs support and everything. So I want to say thank you to my YouTube channel and friends and family and my adopted family. And y'all know who you are, and I don't want to say names. Sometimes people get jealous. I think you forgot to include me. Maybe I did. Well, say thank you, and we'll see y'all later. Bye.